On to league number 14. We have to redeem ourselves from the previous failure. Wash the taste of failure out of our mouths. Let's do it. Blue-black rooms seemed underwhelming. Is blue-red the optimal rooms deck? Yeah, so blue-red is the rooms archetype in this set. That's where you got cards like Soul Rager, the 3 mana 1/4 that gets plus 3/0 if you have 2 rooms unlocked. All right, here we go. Kaido right off the bat. Well, I guess I know what we're doing. Other cards in the pack are, I still don't understand why this card is so expensive. This card does not look like it's worth 6 mana. You control the enchanted creature, but it gets minus 3/0 and loses all abilities, which means it's basically like 6 mana unable to scream. I don't get it. Apart from that, there's Fear of Imposters, who's actually much worse than he looks. There is also, let's see, Fungus is good, Vanish is good, Ticket Booth is good, Harden's Escort's good, Grand Entryway is good. Not amazing or anything. Inquisitive Glimmer, obviously, if you're in that deck. But clearly we're taking Kaido. Growing Dread. There's also Egotist. Ooh, the Crab. And Keys to the House. Well, this makes me very, very strongly want to be in blue-black, and if that's the case, I imagine Egotist is the card we want to take here. I am curious about the Crab deck, and if that's a thing you can do. All right, Cynical Loner. There's also Keybearer, who's not that great. There is Tunnel Aquarium, but we're just going to take Loner. All right, Fear of Failed Test, Egotist, Derelict Widow's Walk, and Murder. I'm actually not sure. It's not the room. And the more I've played this set, the more and more I'm realizing how, like, removal is not that great a lot of the time. Let's take the Fear. I haven't drafted the Fear before. Miasma Demon and Clammy Prowler. There's also Vanish from sight. Yeah, the more and more I've used this set, like, I'm almost starting to think that something like Given to Violence would be better than this, just because the expensive removal is not good. This guy also works pretty well with Fear of Failed Test, although he's not that great either. And I'll just take Vanish. Marina Vendrill's Grimoire, which is not good. Fear of the Dark is also not good, so let's just take Given to Violence, which also doesn't seem great, but I guess that's what we're taking. Or do I just take Fear of the Dark? This feels like it's very wheelable. All right, Fear of the Dark, sure. Another Fear of Failed Tests, and the only other cards in the pack are Enter the Enigma and Twist Reality. Interesting. All right, well, I'll take Fear of Failed Test, Demonic Council, and let's see. I guess we take the Room. Yeah, this is wheeled all the way around, and then it's just these two. All right, let's take another Vanish from sight. Skull Crab wheeled. Don't mind if I do, then. All right, well, now we'll take Clammy Prowler. Well, this basically never makes the cut, so I guess I'll take a red card just if we somehow wind up in red. We have a pretty expensive curve so far. Yeah, okay, this wheeled too, so. We need a lot more cheap creatures, especially with Kaido. All right, Dazzling Theater Prop Room, can't take it, it's not in our colors. Can't take any of the uncommons here, except for this one, which is what we're gonna take. Roaring Furnace, Steaming Sauna, but it's off color. I mean, obviously we can just play the Steaming Sauna part, but Fear of Infinity is in our colors, seems great. There's also Let's Play a Game, which I'm not sure how delirious we can be here, and then there is another Tunnel Aquarium. All right, so Fear of Infinity it is. Marvin, who, as we've established up to this point, is pretty weak. I guess, though, in this deck, he technically gains the activated abilities of Kaido? That's interesting. I mean, I'm gonna take him. There's nothing else. It's the Machete, which is whatever, then a bunch of cards that are off color, and then, like, bad lands and footage, so it's definitely Marvin. Leyline of the Void. Nope. There's another Crab, though. Yeah, okay, Crab it is. Fear of Imposters or Meat Locker Drowned Diner. I think it's this one. I've been pretty impressed by this room, and I believe the Fear of Imposters is actually not very good. Another Marvin. Well, I don't really want another Marvin, because, you know, it's legendary. Although, isn't that interesting if we can get 2 of them? What would I take instead of this? Fear of Imposters, Don't Make a Sound. Huh. I think I would normally never take the second Marvin, but the fact that Kaido's in our deck makes it a little more appealing. Leyline, I don't understand how Arabella is still in the pack at this point, but the only thing we can take is Creeping Peeper. How is Arabella still in the pack? All right. And how is Surgical Suite still in the pack? There's that. There's the Room. The rooms are just, like, so much better than they look. I think it's got to be the Room over anything else here. Take the Room. All right, Erratic Apparition. This thing wheeled, which is fine because it's not that good, so we'll take the Erratic Apparition. Cracked Skull, Found Footage. Well, it's Cracked Skull. A bunch of cards we can't play. Somehow Norn is still in the pack too. All right, take that. Soul Rager again, or Teddy. We're just zero shot we play Teddy. So let's take one of these. All right, pack number 3. Yeah. What's the expense on this? This is really 4, and this is really, yeah, 4, and this is really 3. And how many spells do we have? 1, 2. The crabs can't attack, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have way too many spells. Yeah, so we gotta prioritize taking creatures way over spells. Waltz of Rage, 2 Shard Mages Rescue. There's also Balemerc Leech, Creeping Peeper. I don't know how many enchantments we have. I don't think it's that many. Well, I'm not even sure whether Balemerc or Creeping Peeper are better. I think in our deck, it's probably actually Peeper. I think we can win in other ways besides just the additional 1 damage from here. We're also more blue than we are black. And if we are going to try to potentially win with enchantments triggering these crabs, I would much rather have extra mana for them than dealing 1. So take the Peeper. Enduring Curiosity. Don't mind if I do. Other cards, Unwilling Vessel and Murder, but we're definitely not taking any of that over Enduring Curiosity. Although, man, is our mana curve high, but it is what it is. Okay, Valgavoth, Sphere of Lost Teeth, Meat Locker, Drowned. Okay, it's got to be this one. None of the other cards are even close to being as good as this one. That does put us at 8 spells, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. Bottomless Pool and this thing, and then there's the Rat. Just like, can we even play this, though, is the problem. Like, so if we're at 8 spells, that means 15 creatures. Boy, that's rough. The Rat is just so irrelevant, though. All right, well, we'll take the Pool. All right, what do we got? This is still here, and this is still here. The only card in the pack that we can play is Vanish from Sight. I guess I'll just take this for the ticks then, because we're not playing anything else. Gremlin Tamer, also not in our colors. Oh my gosh, there's another Meat Locker. We just can't afford to play any more spells. Balemerc Leech. There's just no way we can afford to play more spells. Mind Skinner? Mind Skinner. And another... Man, blue is just completely open, eh? And so is red. How is Painter Studio still here? All right, Mind Skinner. All right, Creeping Peeper. And another Vanish from Insight. Balemerc Leech. Take that. Just getting all the things we need at the end here. Stalked Researcher. Don't mind if I do. Well, I don't think I'm going to play this, but I guess I'll take Fear of Lost Teeth. The Rat Wheeled anyway. All right, take the Rat. Okay, then. So, group separately. Now, these are technically creatures, but they cannot attack, so we'll move them down here. And then these are rooms that manifest, so we'll move them up here. And this is 1 mana, and this is 3, and this is 3. Okay, so obvious, and Kaido's essentially a creature. What are we getting rid of? Or I guess a better question is, how are we winning this game? I guess we're draining out our opponents with Leech or milling them? Fear of the Dark is like the only actually big creature we have. All right, the fact that we need to make cuts means I'm definitely not keeping the second Marvin. It actually does almost nothing, right? It activates Kaido or Popular Egotist and no other activated abilities. Next up is the Rat, which just kind of sucks. We can get rid of that one. And then certainly I should get rid of something expensive. And between the fears, Fear of the Dark is pretty meh. So let's get rid of that one. Then on to spells. We don't need Given to Violence. We don't need Cracked Skull. We're still 4 cards over. Clammy Prowler just sucks. Yeah, he can help get this guy in to draw cards, but he's just not good. And we still have 8 spells here if we're considering the crab spells. So we'd probably get rid of one of them. Although I don't really want to get rid of any of them. Let's see, we don't need 2 of these. We can get rid of one of them, and then what else? I'm honestly not so inclined with these leeches. We've even had a previous deck in another league where I had 3 leeches, and that deck just wasn't good. Although I think we have way more enchantments this time. But unless you're incredibly aggressive, which this deck really isn't, outside of trying to curve into Kaido, this deck is not aggressive. The Balemerc Leech's like random pinging off of enchantments is not great. Although how many enchantments do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's try this, I think. So we have 6, 11, 14, 15 creatures with 2 spells that can block. And this is 8 total. Swapping the second Vanish for Cracked Skull so that it triggers more of our crabs. Or gets Sphere of Infinity back from the graveyard. I think we do that. And then as far as colors, we're almost certainly favoring blue, right? Yeah, we have 5 black spells in our whole deck. That actually makes me want Cracked Skull less, because I'm not going to be able to play it on curve in a lot of games. Let's bring back in Clammy Guy. 10-7 split. What can I get rid of Cynical Loner for that I could play instead? I guess Marvin. And again, we do need the triple blue for Mind Skinner. So let's... Yeah, it's recommending 15 and 2. That's just not correct. So 10, 7. We still do need to have a reasonable amount of swamps so we can cast all this stuff on curve. All right, so here's our deck. Let's see how it goes. Round 1, we are on the draw. Okay, this hand is acceptable. We will keep. House Cartographer. All right, so we need a blocker for that. This is going to be bad if they just kill our guy. Okay, no, they're getting another land. Sure. All right, let's play Egotist. Inferno killing the Egotist. Okay. All right, let's play Clammy Prowler and trigger this and attack with it. Enduring Courage. All right, what is the best use of our mana here? I can play Meat Locker and tap it, but then anything else that's coming out next turn is probably a big problem. Or I can just play Aquarium to make another dude. Let's go Tunnel, trigger these. Ooh, Mind Skinner and Marvin. Okay, so let's do Mind Skinner. So top and Graveyard Marvin, and then unlock the other one. And so Manifest Dread on the Mind Skinner. And I don't want to block with this, so I guess I don't attack with Stock Researcher, so I can stop the Courage if this one attacks. Yeah, so let's just... Most Valuable Slayer. So it can make 4 power first strike on another guy, but they still don't really have that good of attacks because I have a 2/5. All right, let's think about this. So flip the Mind Skinner. If I attack with everything, no, this itself doesn't become unblockable, right? It's just the other thing does. So I just attack with Mind Skinner, mill them for 11. That actually doesn't sound that good because it means that I'm not developing my board at all, and then I just get hit on the backswing. I think I'm better off casting Drown Diner. So trigger, resolve this, and then ditch Fear, play a land. Oh, I've already played a land. Thought I didn't play a land. All right, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, let's just pass the... This is also like, yeah. So land number 6, this is in danger of flipping and becoming a 7/5, right? And then we have to be able to like multi-block that unless they just give it first strike. But then we can at least block this dude. Oh, it triggers regardless. Wait, why does this trigger regardless, but this doesn't? That's lame. So an 8/5 with first strike, which means we can't even really block it. That is, yeah. So we're going to have to Meat Locker that next turn. So no blocks. Island. So yeah, unlock this. All the things trigger. Target this guy. So get this back. All right, Peeper, Peeper, go. So my thinking is that like I just want more on the board, and the longer I delay the game, the longer I can potentially just kill them in one shot with Mind Skinner. Glimmer Light, okay. Hand that feeds. Okay, they don't have Delirium on anything though, but this is a lot. So are they just gonna try to swing all here? Move Glimmer Light, sure. Oh yeah, first strike. It's really frustrating. Why does every other guy that has an attack trigger in this set, you have to actually attack with them? Like Hardened Escort, Clammy Prowler, but this guy you don't. Yeah, all right, I just can't block with anything, so... I don't really have a good way of ninjaing this other than returning Mind Skinner, which I obviously don't want to do. If I attack them with Mind Skinner, I'm afraid that they'll suddenly realize that they have to, like, because it's death in 2 hits, right? So if I attack them with Mind Skinner, they'll probably just attack me with everything next turn, and that's really bad for me. But I just don't have anything else going on. I guess I could play Kaido and just stun this. That's not even really that helpful, though. All right, let's just play Kaido. I guess I'll just stun Hand That Feeds, then play Erratic. Oh, I should have tapped the Peepers to play this. Oh, well. I guess I can flip this guy up. So over to them. No attacks. So they mill a creature. So the main thing here is to survive this turn and then see if there's a window to kill them on my turn. So yeah, this can be a 5/4 with first strike. If I don't block it, it opens me up to just dying from a combat trick. Attacking Kaido. Nope. No, attacking Kaido. Nope. Attacking me. So it gets first strike. Are we blocking? They have 2 cards in their hand. It feels like I almost certainly have to block. Is there any way I can block it in a way where it dies? I guess I don't care if I'm trying to win next turn. What am I doing? I'm flipping Mind Skinner. This is 11. And then I have to lose a creature here, so I lose 1. And then I attack with everything. And this is unblockable. This is unblockable. I can use Kaido to stun one of their blockers. So they have 2 blockers, maybe 3 if they play another creature right here. So then it's not going to be enough. There's no way it's going to be enough. If I block here, block here, block here, they can first strike this and then it dies. They can first strike this and then I need more damage. Block, block, block. And I have to block with a Peeper. And then they go, if they first strike this one and this one, no, that doesn't help me. Yeah, none of that really helps me. Let's block with a Peeper. And then before damage, we'll flip Mind Skinner. I couldn't really think of any other avenue there. I would have had to like multi-block. The only way I could have killed it was to lose Mind Skinner. Ooh. Oh, that doesn't help. All right. This has hexproof, but not indestructible or anything, right? And if I stun something right now, it's dead. So They have 3 blockers. I attack with everything. This can't get blocked. I mean, this assumes none of this dies from removal spells. So let's cast Tunnel. Bunch of things trigger. All right. Bin both of these. Like this. Oh my gosh, a meat locker, but I'm not going to draw it. I don't see how I survive without just attacking with everything, but I also don't see how I win by attacking here. Fear, triggers, give me an emblem, combat, swing with everything, make Kaido unblockable. I don't think I win, but I also don't think I can win if I just don't attack. So how much am I milling them for? 11, 15, 19? Not quite enough, unfortunately. We at least get to see like their whole deck. All right, they have Inferno, Rage, Flesh Burrower, Branch Snapper, Altanok, another house, Hand That Feeds, Turn Inside Out, Wildfire Wickerfolk, Dragonfire, Valuable Slayer, Inferno, Patchwork, House. So they've got 2 Infernos and 1 Dragonfire and Glassworks. So they have 4 removal spells and a combat trick. Stealing our guy, sure. We're going to lose, but... So a Threaten, 2 Infernos... Glassworks, Combat Trick, and Dragonfire. All right, there's no way we can block this to where we don't die, right? Yeah, I'm not even going to bother. Okay, so I don't think I actually change anything as a result of seeing that, but I at least know what they're on now. I know, like, basically every card in their deck. So let's run it back. All right, keep this. Patchwork Beastie. Play Peeper, go. Milled the second Patchwork Beastie. And apparently they're mana screwed. All right, let's cast Clammy Prowler. Over to them. I don't understand why they kept a hand of 1 land Patchwork. All right, well, they're still mana screwed. Discarded Inferno. Oh, they actually got up to 4 types. Okay, so I guess we go combat, swing, trigger this. Then they just get to bump here, but that's fine. 2, play Peeper, play Stalked Researcher. Back to that. So yeah, once you hit Delirium and you don't have any graveyard synergies, and you're like, oh, they finally found their second land. Wildfire, Wickerfolk. Oh, they're going to attack? All right, I'll block Wicker. Actually, will I? What am I doing next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 5 mana. I go Meat Locker. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm not. That's fine. Okay, Meat Locker. Trigger. Keep this guy tapped down. In combat, attack with everything. So they're at 9 and we're at 13. Flesh Burrower. They're still going to attack. All right. Bottomless Pool. Are they dead? This is 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, they are dead. Bounce Flesh Burrower, combat, swing. All right, well, that was not much of a game, so game 3. I wonder if I do actually want Give In to Violence, because it seems like a lot of this is about racing. It's just I don't really want to take anything out for it. All right, game 3, we're on the draw. Hand is slow, but keepable. So as far as Mindskinner goes, at least in the early game, the only ways they have to kill it is 1 Dragonfire and 1 Glassworks. Interesting. Ooh, a crab. They also didn't play anything on turn 2. Well, we're not going to play anything on turn 2 either. So back to them. Nothing on turn 3. Oh man, we can just ram out Mindskinner right now. So they have to exactly have Dragonfire or Glassworks. I think it's fine if we just play Mindskinner. It's the highest upside play. Trigger, target them, save targets, always. All right, they didn't have it. Altanok and House Cartographer were milled. Enduring Courage. Oh man, they can't stop the Mindskinner. Oh boy. Oh my god, another crab. Ho 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 ho. Fear of Infinity. Crab triggers, combat, Mindskinner. Boom. 15 cards left in your deck. Is there anything new that we didn't see last time? I don't think so. Inferno are Mindskinner, and the impulse draws them Violent Urge. Sure. I don't know why they didn't attack. Crab Nation, Total Domination. Yes. Yes. Let's see. I guess I go Peeper, tap this guy down. Peeper, tap you. Crabs. Yes. Tap, tap, mill, mill, mill. Combat, attack with this thing. All right, they got 9 cards left in their deck. And so Violent Urge is impulse drawn for this turn. Land number 6. Most Valuable Slayer gets triggered. So this will give double strike, so I may be best off just blocking so that I don't take a bajillion damage this turn. Swing. Yeah, it gets first strike. We're going to chump block here. All right. Oh, they did have a Dragonfire. All right. Well, now it's going to get a little more dicey. So I think we got to spend our mana on Drown Diner this turn. So Diner, trigger, stuff goes on the stack, draw, discarding. At this point, Marvin, or no, what am I doing next turn? Pool 2 mana, or pool 3 2 mana. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of Apparition. Milieu, combat. This can't block anyway, so swing. We milled over a bunch of stuff we know about already. Okay, Flesh Burrower. They have 1 card left, and it's not a creature, or else they would have played it. Okay, so trigger. Obviously not blocking with the crab, because, you know. I haven't milled over their Glassworks yet. 17. So land. First of all, I'm attacking with Fear. Swing. Secondly, let's pool, bounce their 4-drop, and bounce that, mill them, and then we can almost kill them, but we're 1 turn away. So let's just play this to block. And this. Now, even if I unlock the enchantment, they would still have 0. They would not be dead. They're dead next turn. Piggy bank. Okay. So I just have to survive this turn and then they're dead. What's getting first strike? What? Death touch there. First strike here. Sure. So I'm taking 5, 8. All right. Unlock. All right. We got it. Round 2, we are on the draw. All right. Let's crab it up again, guys. Let's crab it up. All right. Behold the crab. All right. Color mirror. Aw. Menace guy. I guess this actually mills them. Okay, underwater tunnel. So trigger, target you, save targets, yield. Get rid of this and keep that. And they mill 2 lands. All right then, play an island. So Nashi attacks us. Can't block. Trigger. Mills Dagger Maw, vanish from sight. Man, our opponent's doing our work for us. Mill feels so good. Land number 3. Unholy Annex. Doing more of our job for us. Drawing an extra card every turn. All right. Well, I am going to meet Locker to tap their guy down. Meet Locker. Boom. Stay tapped, you. And then, obviously, we don't attack. So they milled Defiled Crypt and Bottomless Pool Locker Room. 4 mana. Ghostly Keybearer. All right, well, I don't want to just allow them to unlock that for free, so we're going to stay hidden, stay silent on that guy. Trigger. I also milled one of theirs. All right, Pat's turn. They can just make a 6/6 if they have another land, but oh well, what can we do? Nope, they didn't hit land number 5. Skull Snap and Nuisance. Yes, play more things that surveil. All right. Well, I guess I'm just flashing out Curiosity. Yeah, so go ahead, opponent. Entity Tracker. Well, we can't respond to that either. Although, it does draw them more cards. All right, they've hit their 5th land, but they are not unlocking the Ritual Chamber. Yeah, okay, so yield to that. Bidding a land. Yield to that. Drawing another card. Opponent's already at 15. Nashi, Skull Snap, Entity Tracker. All right, flash out Curiosity. Trigger, Milieu, 2 lands. Go to blocks, block here. Damage, Entity Tracker dead. We take 3, this triggers. They milled over Island and Underwater Tunnel / Aquarium. Oh, and Keybearer. And they took the tunnel. Stalked Researcher, sure. They only have 10 cards left in their deck. Annex Trigger, they draw, they're at 9 cards. Ooh, I mean, I don't feel like I can just sit here doing nothing, so we do have to play a blocker. So let's play Clammy. I'm not attacking Curiosity into this 3/3. So Milieu, we milled Murder and Meat Locker. So then back to them. 6 cards left in the deck. And attacking with this guy mills them, and this draws them cards. And they probably have to stop surveilling anything at this point, so the Skull Snap Nuisance trigger is also irrelevant. Plays another land. Steals the crab. Really? Okay, well, I guess it worked out. They're going to keep attacking with Nashi? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, really? Okay, sure. You have to mill 3 cards when you hit me with Nashi. Yeah, okay, never. Yeah, they're realizing they shouldn't do that. Ghost Vacuum. All right. Then Annex triggers. They draw. They go to 5 cards left in there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, so they have this, so I can swing here and make this unblockable, and then they can kill my Prowler, but I don't really care about that. I just have to make sure I don't die. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So swing, make this unblockable. They put here. Is that even helpful? Or do I just go Skinner Fear? I guess so. They have to have a removal spell for Mind Skinner or they just lose the game. All right, Mind Skinner, Fear. So I lose this game by taking too much damage, so I just shouldn't attack. Ghost Vacuums, Dagger Maw, sure. 4 cards left in their deck. They have to kill Mind Skinner this turn. And they can never attack with Nashi. So that is just not attackable. So they have these as attackers. Skull Snap, okay. Underwater Tunnel, which, okay, sure. You get to surveil 4 times. They obviously have to keep everything on top of their deck because they can't afford to go down any further. Yep, everything stays on top of their deck. Combat. Fear attacks, Stalk Research attacks, Nashi. Really? Why in the world would you attack with Nashi? Okay, sure. Block here. Nashi triggers, you're forced to mill almost all the rest of the cards in your deck, and then Unholy Annex forces you to draw a card, and then you're at 0. So, let's see, they have Unable to Scream. Their deck's pretty good, though. Look at how much removal they've got. Oh, they can unable to scream the Mind Skin. It doesn't matter. The whole Annex is going to draw them a card, and then they just die on the next turn. Yep. I don't know why in the world they attacked with Nashi. All right, well, they got a lot of powerful stuff, which makes me want Cracked Skull. Potentially Vanish as well. What do I not want? The second Marvin feels like it's something that can just go away. Yeah, I want to be able to force them to discard their best cards. Although it's not, I guess other than Unholy Annex, there's not anything that's like too big of a deal. They have multiple Skull Snap guys, so Stocked Research it actually isn't even good because it doesn't attack through them. Whereas Baelmerk could maybe get there, although I don't think I was even close to damage killing them that game. The Clammy Prowler seems pretty bad, although it's an enchantment that triggers the crabs, so maybe I don't cut it. All right, let's do that. This hand is not great, but it's keepable. Oh, wait, they had me go first? Okay. They had me go first. All right, Peeper. That was a mistake also. I should have played the Island in case I draw into Mind Skinner. I guess even if I do, I can use the Peeper to pay for it. All right, I'll just pass and flash Curiosity in. Opponent plays Annex. All right, let's flash in the cat. Don't ever let your opponent go first if you have the option. It's just so bad. Combat, swing, swing. Now we get to draw 2 cards. Always yield to this. Fear of Infinity. Over to them. The tempo loss that you suffer from going second is just so bad. Skull Snap, Unable to scream on Curiosity, sure. Annex triggers, draw a card. Ooh, Mind Skinner. Well, we can still get free damage with Fear, or like free life gain, so I'm going to attack with it. Swing, block, bounce off, we gain 2. Then Enchantment, blue, blue, Skinner, and Egotist. Back to them. Stay hidden, stay silent on Mind Skinner, sure. They get to Surveil. Dagger Maw into the graveyard. I'm probably going to vanish the Unable to Scream so that I can just draw a bunch of cards. Which do I have? 5, 6, 7. I almost have enough to just bounce my own cat. Well, I guess it goes to the top, so I can't just replay it immediately. Actually, I can use Popular Egotist to sack the cat and then get the draw ability back, right? Oh, no, it loses the ability, so it won't come back. Meat Locker, tapping down... what? Egotist, sure. Then Annex triggers. All right. Doing nothing doesn't seem very good. I could just do 4 to them, and then if I deal 4 to them, they go to 4, and then they have to use the Ritual Chamber, or else the Annex is just going to make them way too low on life, and I can potentially just kill them off with Egotist, so maybe that's the best move. So I just vanish your Skull Snap, bin that, and then we go to combat, swing here and here, opponent goes to 4, they Wait, what just happened? Oh, no, I mill them, right? I don't damage them because Mind Skinner's still going. Totally forgot about that. So I needed to sack Mind Skinner before all of that happened. Damn it. So that would have put them to 3. Completely messed that up, unfortunately. And then they gain the life. Oh yeah, I forgot they gain the life too. What am I doing at this point? I guess let's sack Fear. Ooh, we can tap the demon. Not that I think that helps, although I don't think I can race them at all anymore. So I have so I can manifest it away and then they stop getting the ability. Yeah, so cast an enchantment. Okay, so I do have to spend this mana to do it. So resolve this. This comes back. Then we just don't do anything and we stop on the second. Oh no, is this an instant speed ability? No, it's not. Okay, so I have to do it now. So boom, we're manifesting Fear of Failed Test and then it's over to them. Fear of Infinity, sure. Daring Bloodsucker, and this thing also gains lifelink. They're putting up a hell of a fight. Man, if I had just sacked this, I would have been so much better off. Okay, so this can't block. So if I swing here, if I swing with everything, they do get a free block, but that's fine. 1, 2, sack the Mind Skinner. Yeah, so combat, attack, not with this. I would assume block the most damage. Block there. All right, so activate, sack this guy. Yeah, okay, we got it. Welcome, David, to the chat. 2-0. Mill is actually getting there. Round number 3 on the draw. Okay. Nice little curve here. Ooh, Kaido. Unfortunately, Stocked Researcher can't curve into it. Gremlin Tamer on turn 2. Yikes. All right, well, play this. Hall Creeper, make a Gremlin token. Yeah, this is about to get really bad. Unable to scream on our guy as well. All right, no blocks. If I attack, they'll just block it. Even if they don't and I play Kaido, it's just going to die on the backswing. So I guess we just play Egotist. And over to them. Meat Locker to tap our guy. Well, we're just getting super tempoed out here. Jesus. All right, we're taking 5, and then this is probably growing. Yeah. Well, actually, I can block the Gremlin token. So we take 4. They choose to draw a card. Sure. Oof. Well, I guess I just try to ambush Gremlin Tamer with Curiosity. Swing, swing, swing. Okay, they're not taking the bait. Well, we're flashing this in anyway. So block, block. All right, it gets counters. We're at 12. Overlord of the Flood Pits. Yeah, okay, sure. I guess we bounce that. Pool. Man, it's so bad. All right, yeah, okay, just bounce that. Attack with Curiosity. If they want to double block, they at least have to lose their Gremlin Tamer. Okay, well, obviously chump. All right, cast the Slimy Aquarium. Trigger, manifesting, Fear of Infinity. And back to them. There's like Flood Pits or there's Hall Creeper. I feel like I had to hit Flood Pits, right? It's the most expensive, biggest creature they have. We're still dead in 4 turns to Hall Creeper alone. They can also just copy the Flood Pits. They can like replay the Flood Pits, hit us, and then copy Flood Pits, and we're so far behind. Our opponent's deck is insane, right? Yep, discard that, make a Gremlin. I'm really surprised Gremlin Tamer is not limited to only triggering once per turn. Yeah, so copy the Flood Pits. Oh, we drew Crab. That's not great. Okay, so both oh, this is just lethal alone, almost. And then there's this thing. I can't block either of them. I can't think of any way to not just lose. Flip over, Fear, attack. They don't have to block. I gain 3. I go to 12. Then I play, I guess I can also attack with Enduring Curiosity, and they have to like triple with the Gremlins. See, okay, I guess I can just attack with this and see what they block with. Okay, so combat. I probably have to swing with everything, right? So swing, swing, swing. Possibly not Egotist, but at least these two. Block, block, block. All right, flip this. Go to damage, gain 3, and then I guess I can Surveil, but I'm just gonna play the Crab. Actually, aren't I dead? This is 12 damage. Oh, I'm actually exactly dead. I guess I'm not dead if I use Egotist to survive. So let's play Crab, then over to them. I'll survive at 1 if I activate the Egotist. Oh, you have that too. Okay, fuck me, I guess. Sure. It's like rubbing salt in the wound. It's like you weren't going to win the game anyway, but you thought maybe you had like one more turn to not lose the game. No. All right, so we definitely need Cracked Skull to take their stuff. Is that it? Pretty much just that. Getting rid of this guy. All right, on the play. Oh, man, no black mana, but sure. Keep. Island, Crab, go. Unable to scream immediately, sure. Island, Peeper. All right, if we don't draw Swamp or like some other useful thing, we're okay, there's a Swamp. Thank you, Swamp. All right, first of all, let's just attack them. All right, they didn't play the Gremlin Tamer, so I think I'm actually just going to play Fear, and then we'll Crack Skull next turn. Especially because I want to put this on a creature that they deploy. Nope, they're still not deploying anything. All right, combat. I need all my mana, so swing here. Nothing from them. All right, Cracked Skull on the Skull Crab. Poetic. Entity Tracker in response, sure. Target you. What's in your hand? Surgical Suite Hospital Room, Flood Pits, Tunnel Surveyor, Unable to Scream. Okay, well, we're taking Flood Pits. Actually, how much mana do they have? So if I take Unable to Scream, then their turn is going to be play this or this, draw a card. Yeah, let's just take Flood Pits. Marvin, go. I was trying to think of, because like if I leave them with Unable to Scream, they get to double enchantment this turn and draw 2 cards, but I'm never going to be able to keep them from multiple enchantment, from like just keep casting enchantments and drawing cards. So I may as well just take the biggest threat. Hall Creeper was the draw, and then they draw another card. All right. I have no good attacks, and I'm flooded. Awesome. All right. Well, can't do anything. Go ahead. Yep. Hall Creeper, nothing can block it. Chooses to draw. Tunnel Surveyor, make an enchantment token, draw a card. Opponent's at 5 freaking cards. Okay, well, I can finally do something, I guess. How much mana do I have total? 5, 6, 7, 8. I can actually do both Meat Locker and Drowned Diner in the same turn. So, Drowned Diner. Let's tap this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All right, draw, get rid of an island, play this. And then, like, tapping their guys down is not good, but I have nothing else to do. So, I guess I just tap down Hall Creeper so they can't just keep hitting me. So unlock the Meat Locker, trigger, tap down Hall Creeper. And then we have nothing to do. So over to them. Surveyor, draw a card. Yep. Man, if only the Skull Crab was online, all their extra card draw. Tunnel Surveyor again. Draw another card. Jesus. Okay, so block here. So we can get this into our graveyard. We've got to hit Entity Tracker, right? We've got nothing else to do. So stay hidden on here and then trigger this, get this back. And now we need to spin it away, which involves tapping most of our team. So this, activate this ability, blue, this one, this one. Oh, I can't Right, I can't pay for the activated ability. I completely forgot about that. That it's only for casting enchantments, not activating them. Oh my god. So that screw up, I needed to tap the creeper to pay for it. So yeah, that screw up is completely just going to cost me the game. Not that I was going to win anyway, because I wasn't. All right, fear returns. We don't have any good attacks. Pass. Why does it allow you to cast the enchantments but not pay for them? But you can pay for doors, which are enchantment activated abilities. Ugh. Lionheart Glimmer. All right, we're super dead. This is the most insane deck I've ever seen in a draft. We have no good blocks at all, so I guess just here, here, and we're taking a lot. All right, we're at 8, and we've drawn a land. Okay. Well, sometimes your opponent has a tier 10 deck in draft. It happens. Opponent is playing Block Constructed, indeed.